Hey there, beauties. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Naturally Liz, and on this channel, I talk about all things beautiful, especially fragrances. Whether this is your first time watching or you're returning, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I truly do appreciate it. In today's video, I have some fragrances that I consider to be unique vanilla fragrances. So if you guys are interested in hearing what I have, or you just want to hang with moi, then keep on watching. Before we get into the video, guys, I want to do our affirmation. And today's affirmation is, I am whole and complete just as I am, and I choose to celebrate myself every day. Are you celebrating yourself every day? If you're not, you should. Speaking to myself. Now on to the video. Hey, you guys. So as we know, fall is approaching. For some of us, it's here because Labor Day is over and winter is coming. The vanilla fragrances are coming out to play. The gourmands, the chocolates. You're going to see a lot of videos on the yummy fragrances, and I'm going to do a video on easy to love vanilla fragrances, but I thought that I would do the harder to love unique vanilla fragrances first, because I did see that some of you in my comments said you are newer to fragrances, you are looking to build your collection, and I want you to proceed with caution if you see some of these fragrances and videos, because they are well loved, but they are not for everyone, okay? And they were not for me, most of them, when I first purchased. So let's do it. This first one I'm going to talk about is Dior Addict. We have not bonded yet. I'm hoping this will be our year. Like, I smell the goodness in the fragrance, but there is something that tickles my nose that I have not vibed with, and I will let you know. Nice sprayer. When I first smell this, it smells musky, even though I didn't see any musk in the notes. It also smells a little sweet, but it's very green smelling in the opening, and it has this vanilla note. And this is not none of these vanillas are I can't talk, you guys. The Burberry Goddess vanillas, the Vanilla 28, the cozy warm cashmere type of vanillas, Eilish, none of that. These are the Grown and Sexy vanillas, unique vanillas. This one to me is like dressing up, going out vanilla. That's what it smells like to me. And it's not something that I think is for everyone. And if you are thinking about purchasing it, get your nose on it first, because it's not going to be something, if you're used to the mass appealing, girly Burberry Goddess Vanilla 28 fragrances, you might be like, what? Like I was. We're still trying to make up our mind if we want to be together. I think that there's potential for us, but we have some talking to do. But this is Dior Addict, and I'm going to be wearing this fall because I want to see where we're going to go. I'm actually excited about it, you guys. This next one I have is Gentle Fluidity Gold by MFK. And my goodness, we went on a little journey together, because when I first smelled this, I said it's nice, but I don't see the hype. I brought this because of the hype. It was just like, you need this in your collection. And I was like, okay, I need this in my collection. And when I purchased it, I was like, what? It is a very unique smelling fragrance. I have never, ever smelled anyone wearing this fragrance. And I know it when I smell it. Never. It's something that I feel like you have to learn to appreciate, like I did. If you're not familiar with niche fragrances, if you're used to something else, you might smell this and you might not like it. It's very aromatic. It's a little spicy. It's warm. It's sweet. It has a musky dry down. I feel like the juice, the color of the juice goes with the notes, and the name Gentle Fluidity Gold is just one of those fragrances that you just over time, for me, I had to learn to like it. Actually, just this year, I've had this fragrance for over a year, but just this year, I wore it to work and I was coming home. I wasn't feeling well and I'm driving, not feeling good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that smell? Is that you smelling like this? It was me. And I just was like, wow, this is so beautiful. I love the sweet, musky dry down of this fragrance. It is beautiful, but it's not one that I think everybody will appreciate. But give it time if you get it. If you don't like it immediately, let it sit and then come back to it like I did. I think you'll really love it. And by the way, guys, there are a couple of inspired versions of this. I believe there's a Middle Eastern version of it. I'm not sure of the name, but I know that Juliana's perfumes, they have their own version of it. I want to say it's 59 bucks and I've heard wonderful things about it. So this one is pricey, and if you don't want to spend a coin on that, try one of those. You might really like it. The next one, you guys, I actually don't own a bottle. I had an inspired version of it and I've smelled the original, and it is Nishane Ani. That fragrance is talked about quite a bit in here in Fragcom, and it is not something for the faint of heart. You have to have your big girl panties on. You have to be ready to command attention with that fragrance because she does not play no games. None. Zero. It is a very spicy vanilla fragrance. When I first got it, I was like, oh no. It was very early in my journey, and I was thinking to myself, what did I get myself into? It was very in your face, and I wore it in the summertime, which was not smart. At that time, I wore fragrances whenever I wanted to, and I still do that, but I do believe that there is a season for some fragrances. Don't wear them all year round, for me personally. But once I got to know it and it sat, I began to appreciate it. And then one of my wonderful Fragcom friends sent me the actual a decant of Ani, and I smelled it. It smells very close to the inspired version I had, which was Be Laird's Lene, if I didn't say that in the beginning. But I did smell a difference between the two. Ani was more blended. It was smoother. There was just a difference, but not enough for me to say you have to have the original. Belaire's Lene is very close. I gave it to my brother, so that's because I plan on getting the real deal. But anyway, it's a beautiful fragrance, but it's not one that I would say, yes, get that. It's a vanilla for the record books to me. It's something that you need to experience to see if you actually like it or not. This next one, you guys, Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli by K. Alley. This is not one for everybody. My brother said it smells like roach spray, and so did my son. But my son ended up liking it as it dried down. My brother, he didn't cave. This is so beautiful. This was a love at first sniff for me. I absolutely love it, but I feel like the notes of this may be a little deceptive. There's vanilla, Sir Absolute, golden rum, creme brulee, brown sugar, royal oud, and sugar patchouli. I think that this fragrance is gorgeous, but I feel like not everybody is going to like this. You know, they have the travel sizes of these fragrances. I would say test before you invest because you may not like this. I think it's gorgeous. Oh my God. I can't wait to wear that fragrance. This next one, you guys, we did not get along at first. This is By the Fireplace by Replica Maison Margiela. When I first smelled this, I remember very clearly saying, I do not want to smell like burning wood. That's exactly what I said. Why would I want to smell like this? This would be great as a candle. That's what I said. And I stood by that. I was not feeling it. I had every intention on taking this back to Sephora Sephora where I purchased it from, but I live an hour away from the standalone Sephora. Like there are ones that are in Kohl's by my house, but not just like the regular ones. So she sat in the closet for a while. I didn't feel like making a drive. And one day I said, let me just smell this again. And I pulled it out, and we've been best friends ever since. We spent a lot of cozy winter nights together. This is it's a spicy, smoky, woody vanilla fragrance. That's what I get from this. It is just absolutely beautiful. I would honestly say this is one of my favorite wintertime cozy around the house fragrances. Oh, I would love to smell this on a man. Yeah. Oh, it's so good, guys. It is so good, but it's definitely something that I think that you would have to give it a chance and really get to know and experience this fragrance. It's not going to be for everybody, but I'm so happy I did not get rid of this. When you take the spiciness and the woodiness and you throw that sweetness in, oh, chef's kiss. Mwah. Love it. You know what too? I said that to me when I smell Clinique's cookies and kisses, they remind me of each other. I feel like Cookies and Kisses is a toned down version of this. And if I'm not mistaken, it has some fruity notes in it. It doesn't smell like Cookies and Kisses. I don't know that's why they call it that, but I feel like that's a good introduction to this. And I believe Lattafa has a fragrance that is supposed to be very similar to this, but this one is beautiful. I love it, but it is not for everybody. So proceed with caution if you're thinking of getting this fragrance. I think it's beautiful. These last two are inspired versions that I have from Juliana's perfumes. And the first one is Red Carpet Affair. This is their version of Angelique Noir by Guerlain. I've never smelled that one, but I can honestly say that I have really grown to love this beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It is so good, you guys. It has this sharp greenness in the open. I'm guessing that's from the Angelique, which I've never smelled in person, by the way. And it has some pear in here, but it's not like the canned fruit pear. Juliana has a gun pear ink type pear. It's a it's like almost a tart, hard pear, not ripe. It is really interesting. And then when the vanilla comes through, it has this wonderful sweetness to it. Absolutely beautiful. I have really grown to fall in love with this fragrance. When I first got it, I liked it, but it was like, oh, I like it. Now it's more like I really, really like this fragrance, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. It's just absolutely beautiful and unique, and I believe it's $59 on their website. Now I'll have all of that linked down below for you guys, but this is beautiful. If you don't want to break the bank with Angelique Noir by Guerlain, try this. I've heard a few YouTubers that have this say that they like this better than Angelique Noir. So you guys can see I've worn this a little bit. I really do like this fragrance, but you would have to proceed with caution because this is not a vanilla fragrance for everyone. This last one, you guys, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I feel like there's no in between with this, and I'm getting out a tester strip because I want to smell it. This is Juliana's Perfume Sex on Fire. This is an inspired version of Initio Absolute Aphrodisiac, which I absolutely have smelled and I absolutely love it. It smells very close to this. For me, this was a love at first sniff. This stinks so good. Every time I smell this fragrance, I think of Boomerang Strange. Stinks so good. Oh my gosh. It is absolutely gorgeous. There is vanilla in here. I think a Madagascar vanilla, Tahitian vanilla, castoreum, musk, labdanum. You have to be just dressed to impress wearing this fragrance. And this is definitely not for everybody. But when I smell this, it is just like absolutely intoxicating to me. Like, I love it. And I haven't worn it because I have not had anywhere to wear this fragrance. This is one of the few fragrances I have that I feel like you have to be really dressed up to wear this. I'm not wearing this to the grocery store. I'm not wearing this to church. I'm not wearing this over one of my kids' house. I'm just not going to do it. I have to find somewhere to wear this fragrance because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I am going to find somewhere to wear this. I just need to. But this is Juliana's Perfume Sex on Fire. It is actually out of stock, by the way, on their website. You can get on the waiting list if you're interested and you've always wanted absolute aphrodisiac, but you don't want to spend a coin. Get this. This one is really beautiful, but you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. Okay, you guys, that is it. That is my list of unique vanilla fragrances. I think you need to smell them before you invest in them. Let me know what you have in your collection that you think is a unique vanilla fragrance. Not easy for everybody. And until we meet again, guys, remember how blessed and highly favored you are. Stay safe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.